Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I don't just want to speak to your mind, I want to reach your heart. Because this video is not just about controlling your thoughts or emotions, it's about discovering the power that's already inside you. Have you ever felt like your mind is your own enemy? Like it keeps dragging you toward fear, anger, or sadness, even when all you want is peace? If you've ever felt that battle inside between what you want to feel and what you actually feel, this video is for you. Because once you learn to control your mind, you control your world. And when you control your emotions, nothing can control you anymore. So don't just watch this video, feel it. Because today, you're not just learning English, you're learning power, real power, the power to master yourself. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The first step. Understanding your mind. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I like this? Maybe you got angry at someone you love and later felt sorry. Maybe you couldn't sleep because your thoughts wouldn't stop talking. Or maybe you smiled in front of people, but deep inside, something was hurting, and you didn't even know why. That's the mystery of the human mind. It's the most powerful tool you have, yet sometimes it feels like your biggest enemy. But here's the truth. Your mind is not against you. It just doesn't understand you yet. Think of your mind like a small child. It runs fast. It gets scared easily. It wants attention, food, fun, and comfort all the time. And just like a child, when you ignore it, it starts crying, shouting, or making noise. Through overthinking, anger, or anxiety, you are not the noise inside your head. You are the parent, the guide, who must teach your mind how to live peacefully. Let me tell you a small story. Once, a man was walking home after a long day. He was tired and hungry. On the way, he saw a small dog barking at him loudly. The man got scared and angry. He shouted back, but the dog kept barking even louder. Later, when he came closer, he realized the dog was tied to a chain. It was never trying to hurt him. It was just scared. That's exactly what your mind does. When it feels trapped, it reacts, it barks, it shouts, it fills you with fear or confusion. But when you understand it, when you move closer with awareness instead of anger, it starts to calm down. So the first step to controlling your mind is not fighting it. It's understanding it. Now let's talk about 3 powerful ways to begin that understanding. Tip 1. Avoid temporary pleasure. Your mind always wants quick happiness. It says, just one more scroll. Just one more sweet. Just one more episode. And before you know it, hours are gone, and you feel empty again. Temporary pleasure is like eating sugar when you're hungry. It feels good for a moment, but it doesn't feed your soul. That's why delayed gratification, waiting for real reward, builds strength. Imagine 2 people. One scrolls on social media for an hour every night. The other uses that same hour to read, walk, or meditate. After a week, they both lived the same 7 days, but one grew stronger, calmer, and wiser while the other just got more distracted. Your mind becomes what you feed it. So when your mind says, I want this now, try saying, not now, later. Because every time you delay a small pleasure, you grow a little bit stronger. Tip 2. Use intelligence, not impulses. There's a big difference between reacting and responding. Reacting means your emotions control you. Responding means you control your emotions. Let's say someone insults you. Your first impulse might be to shout, defend, or walk away angry. But when you use your intelligence, you pause. You take a breath and say, their words don't define me. The moment between what happens to you and what you do next, that small moment is your freedom. That's where control begins. Next time something upsets you, don't ask, why did this happen to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Because every emotional storm is a lesson wearing a disguise. Tip 3. Master your 5 senses. Your mind eats what your eyes, ears, and mouth feed it. If you watch chaos, you feel chaos. If you listen to anger, you speak with anger. If you fill your body with junk, your thoughts become heavy too. Look around you. What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of videos do you watch? What kind of people do you spend time with? Every sound, every image, every word becomes food for your mind. That's why some people feel negative even when nothing bad happens, because they are constantly feeding their mind with negativity. Let's make this emotional. Every time you open your phone, you're choosing who enters your mind. Are they healing you or hurting you? Are they teaching you peace or stealing it from you? The truth is, your phone, your TV, your conversations, they are not just passing time. They are shaping who you are becoming. So be careful what you feed your mind. You wouldn't eat garbage, right? Then don't let your mind eat it either. Not through your eyes, not through your ears, and not through your words. The mind is powerful, but it's also sensitive. If you guide it gently, it will become your best friend. If you ignore or punish it, it will fight you. When you understand that your thoughts are not you, but something you can observe, you become free. You stop saying, I'm angry, and start saying, I'm feeling anger. See the difference? One controls you, the other gives you control. Your mind is like a mirror. It reflects whatever you show it. Show it peace, and it shines peace back to you. Show it chaos, and it throws chaos back at you. So, the first step to controlling your mind is not to fight the noise inside. It's to listen, understand, and guide it with love. Because when you understand your mind, you no longer run from it. You walk with it. You talk to it. You teach it to obey, to focus, to serve you, not to scare you. And slowly, you begin to see. Your mind is not your enemy. It's your most powerful friend, waiting to be understood. Chapter 2. The Battle Within. Turning Emotions into Power. Have you ever felt something deep inside, anger, fear, sadness, and whispered to yourself, I wish I didn't feel this way? Maybe it happened when someone hurt you, or when life didn't go as you hoped. Maybe you tried to hide your emotions behind a smile. You told yourself, I'm fine, even when your heart said otherwise. We've all been there, in that quiet war within ourselves. But here's the truth. Emotions are not your enemies. They are messages, small signals from your inner world, trying to tell you something important. When you feel anger, it's not weakness. When you feel fear, it's not failure. When you feel sadness, it's not hopelessness. These emotions are like teachers, waiting for you to listen, not fight. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale slowly, exhale gently. Now, imagine your emotions as waves in the ocean. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf them. That's what this chapter is all about. Understanding your emotions, not escaping them. Because once you understand, you gain power. Real emotional power. Tip 4. Choose your memories. Carefully. Your mind is like a library filled with thousands of memories. But here's the secret. Not every memory deserves your attention. If you keep replaying painful moments, what they said, what you lost, where you failed, your emotions will live in that same pain. But if you choose to focus on memories of strength, when you stood up again, when you learned something new, when you helped someone, your emotions will grow from that power. You can't erase the past, but you can edit the story you tell yourself about it. For example, I failed before, so I'll fail again becomes, I failed before, but I learned, and I'm stronger now. The memory didn't change, the meaning did, and meaning is everything. So every morning, before your day begins, remind yourself, I have power, I have courage, I have survived before, and I will rise again. Your emotions follow your focus, so focus on your strength, not your scars. Tip 5. Program your mind through auto-suggestions. Every word you say to yourself becomes a seed, and whatever you repeat grows. If you keep saying, I can't do this, your brain starts believing it. If you say, I'm learning every day, your brain begins finding ways to make it true. There was a student once, let's call him Ali. He loved English, but always said, I'm not good at it. I forget words. I'll never be fluent. Every time he spoke like that, he was programming his mind with limitation. But one day, his teacher told him, stop telling your brain what you can't do. Tell it what you want to do. So Ali changed one small thing. He started saying, I'm learning English every day. He repeated it each morning, each night, and slowly something changed. Not outside him, but inside him. He became confident. He began thinking in English, speaking without fear. The only thing he changed was his self-talk. Your brain believes whatever you tell it most often. So make your voice your strongest ally. Say this with me right now. I am calm. I am strong. I can control my emotions. Repeat that every day, and you'll start living it. Tip 6. Understand the psychology of emotions. Every emotion has a reason behind it. When you understand that reason, you can transform it. Anger usually means something feels unfair. Instead of shouting, ask, what is this emotion trying to protect? Fear means your mind feels unprepared. So prepare, learn, practice, plan, and fear will fade. Sadness means your heart needs healing. Give it time. Cry if you must, rest if you need, but never call yourself weak. Emotions are like signals on a dashboard. When a light turns on, it's not to scare you, it's to guide you. Ignoring emotions is like ignoring a warning light in your car. The problem only grows. So next time you feel an emotion rising inside you, pause and ask, what message are you sending me? Because behind every emotion, there's wisdom waiting to be understood. Tip 7. Surround yourself with empowering people. Emotions are contagious. If you spend your time with people who complain, blame, and drain your energy, you'll start feeling the same. But if you surround yourself with people who lift you up, who speak with kindness, who dream big, you'll feel inspired, not tired. Think of your friends, your environment, your online world. Do they feed your peace or steal it? Sometimes you don't need to change your life, just change your company. Because energy is invisible but powerful. And when you're around people who believe in you, your emotions start healing naturally. So choose carefully who walks beside you. Your circle shapes your state of mind. Let's go back to that moment when you whispered, "I wish I didn't feel this way." Now, I want you to say something new. I'm allowed to feel this way, but I choose how to respond, because emotions are not the problem. Our relationship with them is. You can't control every emotion that visits you, but you can decide whether they stay or go. And remember the story of Ali, the student who changed his words. His emotions changed because his beliefs changed. He stopped fighting his fear and started feeding his faith. When you understand your emotions, they stop being storms. They become wind in your sails. They give you direction, purpose, and strength. So, the next time you feel angry, don't explode. Explore. When you feel fear, don't run, prepare. When you feel sadness, don't hide, heal. Because every emotion carries a message, and every message carries power. You are not weak for feeling deeply. You are human. You are not broken. You are becoming whole. And that's the truth you must remember always. Chapter 3. The Mind's Training Ground. Focus, Belief, and Discipline. It's late at night. A student sits at his desk, books open, pen in hand. He wants to study, he wants to learn, he wants to grow. But his phone buzzes, a message, a video, a thought, a distraction, and suddenly he's scrolling instead of studying. Have you ever been that person? Your heart says, "I want success," but your mind whispers, "Let's rest a little." This is where the real battle happens, not outside, but inside, between your heart that dreams and your mind that doubts, between comfort and control, between what's easy and what's right. If you want to control your mind, you must train it every single day. Not once, not sometimes, but daily. Because control isn't a gift you are born with. It's a habit you build through focus, belief, and discipline. Let's step inside the mind's training ground, where your strength is built. Tip 8. Focus on one task at a time. Your mind can do many things, but not at once. Every time you jump between tasks, checking messages, watching videos, thinking of the future, your energy breaks into small pieces. You can't pour power into 10 directions and expect results. Focus is the fire that turns small actions into big change. 1 hour of deep focus beats 5 hours of distraction, because when your attention stays still, your mind becomes sharp like a sword. Try this. Next time you study or work, put your phone away. Tell yourself, for this 1 hour, nothing else exists. You'll be amazed, not just by how much you finish, but by how calm you feel. Your mind doesn't want endless movement. It wants peace, and peace begins with focus. Tip 9. Challenge negative thoughts. Your mind is powerful, but it also lies sometimes. It says, you can't. It says, you're not ready. It says, you'll fail. But remember, not every thought is true. Thoughts are just clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Some bring rain, some bring light, but none of them define you. When a negative thought comes, don't believe it immediately. Pause and ask, is this fact or just fear? For example, if you think, I can't speak English, challenge it. Say, I'm learning English every day. I'm improving. I'm growing. Each time you replace doubt with truth, you take power back from your mind, because your thoughts shape your emotions, and your emotions shape your life. So stop being a prisoner of your thoughts. Be the judge who questions them. Don't let your mind tell you what's possible. You tell it. Tip 10. Visualize your goals. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now imagine yourself, calm, confident, smiling as you speak English fluently. People are listening, impressed. You feel peace in your heart, pride in your voice. You're not afraid anymore. You're free. Can you see that version of you? Good. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It believes what you show it repeatedly. That's why athletes visualize their wins before every match. They train their mind to feel victory before it happens. Do the same with your dreams. Every morning, see yourself becoming who you want to be. Your mind will start guiding you toward it, naturally. If you see success clearly, your actions will follow your vision. Tip 11. Set clear intentions. Your mind loves instructions. If you don't give it one, it will wander, like a child with no direction. So each morning, tell your mind exactly what to do. I will stay calm today. I will practice English for 30 minutes. I will speak with kindness. These small commands create mental structure, and over time, your mind starts obeying, not resisting. Intentions turn confusion into clarity, because when you decide how your day will go, your emotions follow your decision. So stop waiting for peace. Create it by telling your mind where to go. Tip 12. Develop self-discipline. Discipline is not about punishment. It's about freedom. When you're disciplined, you're not controlled by mood or emotion. You act because you decided to, not because you feel like it. The greatest minds in history, from artists to leaders, all shared one thing: consistency. They showed up when it was hard, when they were tired, when they didn't feel ready. That's how emotional control grows, not in comfort, but in commitment. Remember this: discipline is doing what's right even when it's not easy. And every time you choose discipline over distraction, your mind becomes stronger. Imagine this: it's morning. Your alarm rings. Your mind says, 5 more minutes. But you whisper back, no, I decide. That moment, that tiny victory, is where real power begins. Each small act of discipline is a message to your mind. I am in control. Now let's do a quick visualization together. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in. Feel your heart steady. Imagine yourself walking through your day, calm, confident, focused. See yourself studying without distraction, speaking English clearly, smiling because you believe in yourself. You're not chasing peace anymore. You are peace. You're not waiting for strength. You are strength. Hold that image for a moment. That version of you already exists. You're just training your mind to become it. There comes a moment in every journey when comfort calls louder than purpose, when your body says, stop, and your dream whispers, keep going. That's the moment that defines you. In that moment, choose discipline, because comfort gives you rest, but discipline gives you respect. Comfort gives you pleasure, but discipline gives you power. When you train your mind daily to focus, to believe, to stay consistent, you stop being a victim of emotion and start becoming the master of it. And that's the secret of every strong person you admire. They don't have a peaceful mind by luck. They built it with practice, patience, and purpose. So train your mind like a muscle, feed it good thoughts, give it direction, and show up for yourself every day, because the mind becomes your servant only when you become your own master. Chapter 4: The Higher Path, Peace, Meditation, and Healing. After all the noise, after all the battles with yourself, control isn't about being perfect. It's about being peaceful. You see, most people think that controlling your mind means never getting angry, never feeling sad, never losing focus. But that's not control. That's suppression. Real control comes when you can look at your emotions, understand them, and still choose peace. Let's slow down for a moment. Take a deep breath. In and out. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your mind quiet down. Just a little. That's the beginning of peace. In this chapter, we'll explore something deeper: the higher path of control. It's not about fighting your emotions anymore. It's about understanding them, healing them, and finding harmony within. Because when your heart and your mind are in harmony, no external storm can break you. Tip 13. Practice mindfulness. Be fully present. Mindfulness is the art of being here, right now, not in yesterday's regrets, not in tomorrow's fears, but here, in this moment. When you eat, feel the taste. When you walk, feel your feet on the ground. When you speak, listen to your own words. Your mind loves to wander. It runs from the past to the future, carrying pain and worry like heavy luggage. But mindfulness teaches you to put that luggage down, to just be. For example, when you're learning English, notice your thoughts. Are you judging yourself? Saying, I'm too slow, or I'll never speak like them. That's your mind pulling you away from the present. Instead, say softly to yourself, I'm here. I'm learning. I'm growing. Every time you bring your attention back to now, you train your mind to stay calm. That's real control, awareness without judgment. Tip 14. Meditate regularly. Clean the mind.
Think of your mind like a glass of water. When life shakes it, with stress, anger, or fear, the water becomes muddy. You can't see clearly. Meditation is how you let the mud settle. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need candles, music, or mountains. All you need is 5 minutes of silence. Sit somewhere comfortable. Close your eyes. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Thoughts will come. Let them. Don't fight them. Just watch them like clouds passing through the sky. Maybe a thought says, "You're not good enough." Don't argue. Don't believe it. Just say, "Thank you for visiting," and let it pass. With daily meditation, your mind becomes clear, just like still water. And when your mind is clear, your emotions settle too. You stop reacting. You start responding. That's the power of meditation. Not escaping the world, but meeting it with peace. Tip 15. Write your pain, then write your power. There's something magical about writing. When you write your feelings down, you take what's inside, the chaos, the confusion, the pain, and turn it into words you can see. And once you see it, you can heal it. Try this simple exercise. Write everything that hurts you. Don't hold back. Write every fear, every failure, every person who made you feel small. Let your heart speak. Then, take a new page. And now, write your power. Write every moment you survived, every time you stood up after falling, every small victory, even if it was just getting out of bed on a hard day. You'll realize something beautiful. You are not your pain. You are the person healing from it. Writing helps your emotions move. It turns pain into understanding, and understanding into peace. Now let's pause together for a guided reflection. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Imagine yourself sitting by a calm lake. The sky is soft, the air is cool, and you can hear only the sound of your breathing. The lake is your mind, still, peaceful, clear. Now imagine your worries, little stones in your hand. One by one, drop them into the water, see them sink and disappear. You are lighter now. You are free. This is what control truly feels like. Not tension, not effort, but freedom from the storm inside. When you learn English mindfully, you're not just learning words. You're learning patience. When you breathe through your emotions, you're not avoiding pain. You're transforming it. When you meditate or write, you're giving yourself the most powerful gift, awareness. And awareness changes everything, because once you become aware, you stop reacting blindly. You begin to respond with wisdom. You stop saying, "Why is this happening to me?" and start saying, "What is this teaching me?" You begin to live, not from fear, but from peace. So remember, control doesn't mean silence. It means harmony between your heart and your mind. When the heart feels deeply and the mind understands clearly, that's peace, that's strength, that's real control. Take one last deep breath. Whisper to yourself, I am calm. I am aware. I am in control. And as you open your eyes, remember, every day you can return to this peace. Because peace isn't found somewhere outside you. It's already within you, waiting to be remembered. Control doesn't mean silence. It means harmony between your heart and your mind. If this video touched your heart, don't stop here. Take what you've learned today and practice it every single day. Because the mind you control today will create the life you live tomorrow. Every deep breath, every calm response, every moment of awareness. It's building a stronger you. Remember, your journey to control your emotions is also your journey to learn English. Both begin with awareness and grow with consistency. So if you felt even a spark of peace, strength, or hope, give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, and tell me in the comments, which tip spoke to your heart the most? Because every time you share your thoughts here, you're not just speaking English, you're speaking strength, clarity, and self-control.
Thank you for being here, for listening, and for growing. And always remember, your mind is not your enemy. It's your greatest friend once you learn to lead it.